So we have a new YOLOE-26 model available as well. This is open vocabulary model. So we can pretty much just go in and define a text prompt. What objects do we want to detect? We can give it visual references. We can also just choose specific references or single points. This is pretty cool if you just want to build out, for example, auto annotation of a dataset, have some general classes or a few images where you want to detect something in. It's not going to be as fast or as accurate compared to just training out your own YOLO-26 model directly on your own custom dataset, but there's tons of cool use cases, and you can also see that it has very high accuracy on 0 shot. So no training at all. All we have to do is just prompt the objects that we want to detect with the class name. So let's just jump straight into it here. We have the models tab up at the top. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have the YOLOE. We also have a video covering one of the previous models, but now we also have it available with YOLO-26. So all the YOLOE 11, 8, and 26 is available, and all the different tasks, so inference, validation, training, and export, so you can export it at the end. So this is just a full computer vision pipeline. All the different modes are covered, and all the different tasks are covered fully in videos here on our channel. So we should just take a look at how we can use the model and some of the results. If you want to take a look at the user examples, all we have to do is just create an instance of our YOLOE model. It can both do segmentation and also just object detection. Object detection, segmentation, this is pretty cool, and you can both have fine tuning and also just linear probing. Object detection, if you scroll a bit further down, this is how we can use it. All we have to do is just set the classes, so the specific classes that you want, and this is again open vocabulary model, so you can choose whatever object you want to test out. So you can go and check it out more here in the documentation. You can also see the text prompt, visual prompt cross image. So we just have a reference object that we want to detect, and then you can find it in other images as well. Let's just jump straight into our code base and let's take a look at our actual code and see how we can use it. So this is all we have to do, and we can just specify the class. I have a demo here, so this is pretty much just a demo showing the results. So we have a white tiger. This has not been trained at all. This is just the raw model out of the box. We have some brown horses. This is the prompt. We're not detecting the white horse, but we're getting all the other brown horses. So this is prompt free. It's just detecting whatever objects that it can find and then assign a class to it with the highest probability. So this is how we can use the model. Everything will be down in the description available. You can test it out, but it's also just 2 lines of code. So from Ultralytics, import YOLOE. Make sure that you have pip installed the newest Ultralytics packages. So we have the 26 models as well. If you run into any problems, it's most likely the Ultralytics package that need to be upgraded. So what we need to do here is just import YOLOE. Prompt free, we're just going to detect everything. So that's going to be our YOLO-26 large model, segmentation, and PF for prompt free. It's going to download automatically to our computer, and then that's all we have to do. We specify what video we want to predict. We want to show it while it's doing predictions, save it, and also show the confidence score. You can set all the different other command arguments here, X, and so on in the exact same way as the other predict methods. You can also run tracking on top of it. So instead of predict, you can just run track. So just try to run our prompt free. All we have to do is just go down here. I'll go inside the correct directory. We can just run our YOLOE-26 usage. And I think we have this bird video in the correct directory. Have it there. So this is the video that we're going to pass through it. As we saw in the demo, it's going to download the model in the first run. So everything will be taken care of automatically, and you can then extract all the bounding boxes, segmentation mask, and probabilities in the exact same way as the other ones. This is running on my MacBook CPU. Let's take a look at it. We're getting around 130 milliseconds inference speed, so around 8-9 frames per second, which is much lower compared to if you just use the YOLO-26 model out of the box, but this is a pretty cool use case. If we're just looking at detecting, like we have a few images that we want to detect something in. Let's go back and take a look at some of the other examples. This is how you can extract the results. So we iterate through our results. This is the class that we're going to get back. Object, we just have a for loop running through all the different detections that we have. We can extract the box, class, and then we can run through it again and just print out the box and the class that we're detecting. So this is how you can use it in your own applications and projects. Let's just comment this part out here, and now we can see we have a prompt example. We want to detect the white tiger. All we have to do is just have the model names. If you want to have even more prompts, you just have to separate them in here, like this, inside the list. We set the class, we predict, we show and save at the same time. Everything will go into our runs folder. So this will be our birds.mp4. So we have some flock, we have some pollution here at the top that we're detecting as well. It might have very low confidence score, so that could probably be filtered out. So see, we saved the file. All we have to do is just reload it. The model will already be available, or it's using another model. So this is X. If we just had the large, it would not have to re-download it again. So it's just download the model. It takes 10 seconds. Now we have mobile clip, because we also need the clip features for our prompts. You can detect horses. Down here we have the white horse, and at the bottom we have horse in water. There we go, we're getting a white tiger. Now we have around 200 milliseconds inference. So probably only around 5 frames per second. So this is very good for just individual images if you want to detect something. But it has very high confidence score, has very good reasoning, and the mask is also pretty much perfect around the borders here. So this is pretty cool. We can go down, check out some of the other examples for the white horse. We can also have the black horse, so white horse. We can try with one more prompt. So it's going to be a black horse. Let's comment it in. There we go. We rerun it. Horse.mp4 doesn't exist. We have horse 2. There we go. So now we have a black horse, and we also have a white horse. Sometimes it does have some both black and white features, but now we're getting both classes, and this is how we can specify that we're interested in detecting both classes. If we just delete one of them, could for example be like the white horse, then we should only detect the black horse and get the bounding boxes for that one. So this is pretty cool. Like now we can see we're only detecting the black horse, and this one is brown and white, so we'll probably never get any false detections here. Get a bit lower confidence score. It's also rather small objects, but this is pretty cool. Let's try the last example here. The X model, horse and water. We set the classes. Let's rerun it. We have the horse walking in the water. And the last example is also multiple classes, but in that video where we pretty much just had the prompt free, where we detected all different other stuff as well, where it was hard to see it. So now we're only interested in eagle. We have some falcons, pigeon. See, we miss some of them, so it's definitely not a perfect model, and this is even still the extra large, but these are rather small objects. But you can use this for also annotating your own dataset, then you can refine it, train your own YOLO-26 model. It's going to be much more accurate, and it's going to be much more faster, and then you will deploy that model into your production environment and use that to build your logic around. This is pretty much what this model here can be used for. It's pretty cool. Definitely go and check it out. Again, it's just a few lines of code with Ultralytics package. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.